Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. Hey, welcome back. Spread Aviation, YouTube, Microsoft Flight Sim, and a big announcement. Holy cow. I am super honored to have been asked by Rich Stoll to present at Oshkosh for 2024. And we are doing this exploration into different ways to teach, or improving on ways to teach. And this is a method that I have been using for a long time, something that I was referring to as forced correlation. And essentially, I'm going to be teaching Wednesday and Friday mornings at 0800 an energy management seminar at the Pilot Proficiency Center over in Oshkosh at AirVenture. And super excited about that. If you're interested in signing up for my course, go ahead and click the link in the description for the Pilot Proficiency Center and the community aviation post that's down there. Super exciting stuff, and I can't wait to get that going. We're just a little over 60 days to go until Oshkosh starts, so it's going to be here before we know it. We've had several Zoom calls and meetings and things, and just keeps getting closer and closer and closer. So anyway, that being said, we're going to kick off here. Trip out to Portland from Sedona in our 737 cargo variant PMDG. What is that? That looks like some kind of... This opens somehow. Oh, does this? Can you? Oh. What? All right. You guys screw around too much. Quit screwing around. Screw around. Let's see here. Let's run the checklist. Parking brake on. Battery standby power on. So this is the standby power. That's emergency lights. I think I want that on anyway. We'll do that. That's actual battery power. That's standby power. Okay, so that's an auto. Passenger signs on. Oh, I just did the standby or the emergency exit lights. We'll turn these up. And passenger signs, that's over here. Ground power required and connected. I already slapped that on, so that should be working. Lights as required. IRS display to nav. And heading and STD. I don't know what that means. I don't know. It means something. Flaps check, Mach speed. We'll do those. Something feels wrong. Okay, I think earlier we had a problem with this. The ground power isn't doing what I think it should be doing. So we are going to go with... Maybe I need to hit that. No? Ship's power, which is right here. We'll go ship's power. Now we'll bring these online, run the tests. Nothing there with the stall warning, that's okay. We'll do our lights test up here. Everything looks like it's on. All that stuff's powering on. Test the oxygen. Good stuff. Light stall warning, JIPWIS. I don't know where the JIPWIS is. I'll have to learn that next. General services as required. Oh, we can shut the test. Shut that off. We need more gas. So fuel, we're about to do 2-hour flight, 9,000, 8,000 pounds an hour. That's 16 plus a reserve. Puts us at about 20. So that's 15. Clear that. And I think I can bring that up to, let's go 42%. What's that give us? Yeah, 19.4. That ought to be pretty good. Fuel loading and packs entry. Let's go ahead and close the doors. Air stare is inhibited, so that's fine. Ground services, let's get the chocks removed. And they disconnected ground power, that's fine. Single FMC operation, so maybe that's something that messed us up before. Look, this right side isn't on if you caught the last stream. Why do we think that would be? I don't want to just cycle that off. Let me get the APU going here. So left fuel pump on. There was something weird. Maybe we'll hook that back up. Ground power. We have to be on chocks to get ground power. I suppose that makes sense. Let's see if we go back, hit the ground power, and see if this single FMS goes away. Waiting for the ground power light to come back on. Ground power is available. And now we hear the system fire back up, and we've got power on both sides of the FMC. So dual FMC operations restored. So on battery won't power that bus. I suppose. That should be an auto. Okay, whatever. We're going to do that. APU is now fired up, so we can... APU gen bus. If we kill that, we go back to single FMC. Okay, now that's working. Dual FMC ops restored. That makes me want to restart the alignment again. I don't know if I need to do that, but we're going to. Okay, back to nav. Just because I like the dome light. Where'd it go? There it is. Turn the dome light on. Nice and bright streams. Okay, dual FMC operation restored. Ground power. Let's release it now. Okay, so everything's still running. And now we'll remove the wheel chocks. Okay, so parking brakes holding the ship. That's what we want. APU gens, and APU bleed. That's hydraulics. I want that anyway. Maybe. Okay, so we've got APU bleeds. We're gonna go auto on that. Let's see what happens. Duct pressure is building. Overheat temp test. That's all good there. Okay. Packs to auto isolation valve. They want it open. I'm setting it to auto. We're going to see what happens. Ground power is released. Ah, that's where the ground power is supposed to come off. Not when the battery goes off. Okay, let's get the ATIS. Or AWAS.
Automated weather observation 1800 Zulu. Wind 076 at tree. Visibility 10. Sky condition 13,900 feet scattered. Temperature 28 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 299er. Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu automated weather observation 1800 Zulu.
Okay.
Wind 076 at tree. Visibility
Typo.
10. Sky condition 14,000 feet scattered. Temperature 28 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius.
Okay. So we got winds variable at 6. Don't need anti-ice today. Nice and warm. That van looked like it just hit us. Oh yeah, import from aircraft, 151,000 pounds. That's pretty heavy. Max allowable weight of 102,837. So we're fat. Let's see here. Let's take some payload out. So we got 34,960 on board for cargo. Let's take 1,000 pounds out. Let's call it 33,940. Let's do that. 33,940. That's total. 97%. Import from aircraft. Calculate. Nope, it's still not happy. Take off the plane weight exceeds max allowable weight of 102. Is that because we're such high? We're already at 5,000 feet. Could be that we're too heavy. I don't want to take fuel out, so let's just continue to take weight out. 146. This isn't happy. Well, that... Elevation 47, runway slope, and conditions are dry. Packs will be on. Yeah, I mean, we're too heavy, but we can't lose... Can we lose 40,000 pounds? No, we can't. We can lose 30,000 pounds. What if we take an empty ship? What if we do that? Port from aircraft. Calculate. See, it's still unhappy, so we need less gas. 106. We can only take an empty airplane out of here? Well, okay. Let's do 38% fuel. And 104.8. We need to lose 40 more pounds. Okay, so total pounds, let's go 17,400. 17,400. There we go. Import from aircraft. Calculate. Oh, I need to lose 2,000 more pounds. 104 on a 102. We need to lose 2,000 pounds. Think we can do it? 15,400. Now it's happy. So it's looking like we're going to use all of it. It says selected temp atmospheric not available outside air temp. It's 30. It's 28 degrees Celsius with a 29.99. That's pretty on the warm side. But look at these VREFs. Look how low these VREFs are. Huh. Well, all right. We'll simulate that we've got an empty bird with enough gas, barely, not even, to get up to Sedona, or to get up to Portland. Okay, real world, wouldn't do it. Simulator, just gonna send it. Oh, I know what I wanted to check on here. That's right. Probably too late to change this. Streaming, bitrate. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't change that. Nope, can't change that. Won't change that. And that is supposed to be 1080. So, whatever it is, what it is. Okay. All right. So we need to get our checklist going here. Okay, baroset transponder we have 0175. Nav is out of date. Of course it is. Position initialize. We're going to grab our current location, set it into the IRS, and our reference airport, Sierra Echo Zulu, goes there. Okay, route time, destination, Papa Delta X-ray, oops, origin, now Papa Delta X-ray. Up Delta X-ray. And next page. Okay, so no departure procedure. We're gonna go AHOW to Eli. Might be pronounced Ellie, I don't know. J523. And it'll ask us our exit. No, it won't. Maybe I'll do that. Yep. IMB, India Mike Bravo. And we have a procedure here, which we'll get in a minute. We'll throw that in, activate and execute. We'll do our performance initialization, slap the 0 fuel weight button. No, that's not right. That's what we need. There we go. Cost index. So, cost index, I believe, for this aircraft is a number between 0 and 200. 0 is maximum fuel economy. 200 is best speed at the cost of fuel. So since we're low on gas, we're going to do a cost index of 0. In the reserves, We need 45 minutes of gas. We'll probably be burning 7,000 pounds an hour, so we need 3.5. Well, that's not 45 minutes of gas. That's 30 minutes of gas. And cruise altitude. I put 40 in here. Altitude is your friend, so let's stick with it. Execute, and it's not yelling at us. Oh, wait, I didn't press that button. Do the performance initialization. And because we're low on gas, we'll wait to start the engines until we're ready to taxi. And I don't know if this is even gonna... There we go, and we'll load it. Execute. Okay, execute. All right, page 2, don't care, index. So this is basically for right now. If we had to come back for engine failure. Flaps. So what did this say for flaps? 25. I think I've ever seen that on a takeoff. Flaps 25. I'm gonna be super light. CG is 24.3. Yep. Trim 2.5. It won't let me trim any lower than 3.9. Perfect. This is gonna be interesting. Why don't I have takeoff numbers? Let's do flaps 15. Nope, doesn't give me anything. Okay, we'll do that anyway. We need some... Oh, we're variable at 6. How do you do variable at 6? Just zeros? It doesn't like that. Just do wind calm, runway slope was 1.8. It's dry, thrust climb, cut back, no. It's still not giving me... Oh, because runway remaining's not there. We have 5100. I don't think this is going to let me put it in. It's not. Why not? Departure. Runway. 3. Active. Okay. Takeoff. Now we have speeds. Okay, she should be a rocket ship. What if I put the 25 in there? Yeah, it changes it. Alright, I'm happy with that. Runway remaining is 5,100 feet. I would think if it knew the runway number, but I guess they don't put that data in there. Yep, that's what it is. Okay. I keep clicking buttons here. I don't need to click buttons. Okay, so approach offset, we don't need any of that. And we don't have any errors on that side. Okay, sweet. Legs button, we have altitudes and speeds. Cool. Okay, checklist time. Did they give me an altitude? 10,000. Okay, that's in there. Flight director's on. Runway heading is 030. Course, first course, 324. And our V2 is 120. Set that in there just in case. Okay, so now that's all on. And at least we have that. We'll get heading select. And N1's auto throttle will be armed. We'll get that. I think that's in the checklist. Okay, flight directors on, radios are set, MCP is set. Okay, landing elevation and cruise altitude. Landing elevation is sea level. Where's my, there it is. I'm gonna set this to 40,000. This is our altitude for pressurization, so the environmental controls can keep the aircraft pressurized. Don't need to push back. Chocks are removed and a collision light on. And engine start. Okay, yaw damper. There it is. On. There we go. Fuel pumps. Get our fuel pumps on. We don't have any fuel in the center, so we won't turn on the center fuel pumps. Electric hydraulic pumps are on. Window heat on. Gonna go back, switch back to open. Shut the packs off. For selector, switch on engine start both. Starting on 2. N2 is turning. 20%, 20 to 25% fuel on. Fuel's on. Oil pressure, fuel flow, EGT is rising and 1's alive. I don't want it to shut off the engine stuff. I just want them side by side. Okay, there we go. We're at 61%. We're idling. Over to continuous. We'll start on this one. Leads are on. N2 is turning. 19, 20. We go. Fuel flow, EGT. Okay. Oh. Okay, generators. Get our generators online. Oh. There we go. Air is off. Let's get the EPU off. Probe heat, swing anti-ice bleeds on. Pack set auto. Packs are on auto. Probe heats. And isolation valve set auto. Recirc fans, APU bleeds and APU off. Done. Flaps as required. We're going for flaps 22. There's 1, there's 2, there's 5, there's 15, there's 25. Okay, we'll make sure those are moving. Elevator trim. It is running more. There we go. 2.75. And flight controls. Check our flight spoiler. There we go. And flaps still traveling. 15. I think I skipped 10. And going to 25. LNAV, VNAV armed. LNAV. We'll get that in flight. Shouldn't be a problem. No, not approach mode. Just heading select. Probably do level change on that. It'll be alright. Auto throttle armed. Nothing there. Warning recall is out. Taxi lights on. Do runway turn off. We'll get the logo. Turn on all those lights. Yeah, we'll do those too. Why not? Fuel flow check, V speeds, MCP radios, and data. Takeoff check, position lights are set, taxi lights, landing lights, transponder. Set TARA. Set. Clock, start runway confirm. EFC radar. Interesting. Cool. All right. So, runway 3. Let's get our airport diagram. Full screen. Taxiways. We're there. Facing that way. Okay. And make a big old right-hand turn here. And this is a non-towered field. Quite strange to see a 737 operating out of here. Runway 3 is to the right. Make a right-hand turn here. There we go. This is a pretty big plane for this airport and runway, so we got to be empty. Reality, no, we can't do anything about our fuel. We can stop somewhere. In the sim, we can add fuel on the fly. But let's take a look at what our performance is when we get up there. And we'll add gas if we have to. And our taxiways don't go all the way to the end of the runway, so we're going to back taxi. Auto throttle disconnected, probably because we're throwing too much power at it right away. Taxi.
Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu traffic PMDG 738 Heavy is taxiing to runway tree.
Clear left, clear right. Lights on. Okay. We are going to use all of this runway here.
Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu traffic PMDG 738 Heavy taking off runway tree north departure.
There's a fence that way. Oh well. I don't have to put our wing through it.
Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu traffic PMDG 738 Heavy taking off runway tree departure to the north.
Okay, so takeoff check, runway confirmed, runway 3, clock started, power's coming up. That's all she's got. She should be a rocket ship. Okay, we're out of here. First 200 feet, she's up to 50 knots. 80 knots by 1,000. V1 rotate. Wow. We had so much room left.
Positive rate of climb.
Gears up. We had so much room left. What was the flight computer worried about?
PMDG 738 Heavy is at 5,400 feet, climbing 10,000 feet.
PMDG 738 Heavy, you have exceeded your clearance void time.
Ah.
IFR flight plan is canceled.
Oh boy, she is overpitched. She is way overpitched. Glad I still had the flaps down. Okay. You gotta be kidding me. Exceeded clearance avoid time. That figures. Okay, is this thing turning? No, it is not. We're locked in on... We're not even on heading mode. It's not following what's in... there. It's not turning to the left. It's not following the flight director. Oh. I didn't turn the autopilot on. Well, we're going up to 40. Clearance void time. You gotta be kidding me. Yes, we exceeded 10 minutes. LNAV armed? Not armed. Okay, we're plenty fast. We don't need the flaps. Man. Okay, she got off the ground so fast. We definitely could have taken more fuel, cargo, not on intercept heading. Okay, thank you. Get that. Okay, we're on an intercept heading. Arming LNAV. LNAV is captured. We're in N1, so we're allowing the computer take control of the power for the climb. Man, gotta turn on the autopilot. Okay, after takeoff, positive brake gear, autopilot. Engage. Auto brake off. I never set the auto brake. Gear leveler set off. Engine start switches set off. They are, because I never turned them except for the one to continuous. Runway turn off lights. Get those off, off, off. Flaps retract. Cabin pressure. Okay, let's make sure the cabin pressure's doing its thing. Okay, there's 5,000. We're passing. What's her rate at? Cabin's climbing at 500 feet per minute. I would love that to be lower, but I get it. Hey, clouds.
Albuquerque Center PMDG 738 Heavy is type Boeing 737-10 miles north of Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu 16,100 feet. Request flight following.
Okay, so according to this plan, it's going to take me 11,000 pounds of gas. I got 13.8 on board. We'll get flight following and see if we can't turn that into an IFR flight plan. 18,000. 2992.
Squawk 0735 PMDG 738
Landing lights off, cabin is pressurizing, seatbelt signs. We can go ahead and turn that off.
Roger PMDG 738 Heavy.
Okay, yep, now we'll get the last flight plan.
Albuquerque Center PMDG 738 Heavy 1 mile south of Alpha Zulu 77 request IFR to Portland ready to copy.
PMDG 738 Heavy is cleared to Portland Airport as filed. Squawk 0735.
Okay, that's in.
PMDG 738 Heavy cleared to Portland Airport as filed. Squawk 0735.
PMDG 738 Heavy readback correct.
Okay, we're on our way.
Contact flight level 210. Continue to Ahow turning and following heading tree 20 resume all navigation, climb and maintain flight level tree 20.
Continue to Ahow turning and following heading tree 20 resume.
I know
all
they're going to give
navigation,
me
climb and maintain
higher
flight level tree 20
as I get
PMDG
closer, but
738 Heavy.
we'll play the game. Man, she was off the ground. Oh, maybe that's... Okay, so... I have a feeling that what this computer is doing that I don't know is in the background is this is doing balanced field calculations. So balanced field is you're accelerating down the runway to an engine failure just before V1 to be noticed by the pilot at V1 and then execute a rejected takeoff with maximum brakes, spoilers, and thrust reversers. And so, because we're going to be accelerating so quickly, we're going to go very fast very soon. So we were 80 knots by 1,000 feet. We're doing rotation speed by about 1,200 feet. So at that point, we're doing 120, and we've used up a quarter of a mile. We've used up a quarter of the runway. And so you're going to be moving across that runway at a very high rate of speed and using up remaining runway. So your ability to get stopped needs the rest of that runway. So this wasn't calculating, I don't think, takeoff distance. I think it was calculating accelerate stop distance, which is why it gave us such a low weight needed for this runway. Can a heavier airplane take off in 5,000 feet of runway? Yeah. Can it accelerate and stop? No. So a heavier airplane will have a higher V1 that will take more runway to get to and require more runway to stop from. So this was the number that the computer said will give us a balanced field. And I didn't recognize that to start, which is why she's just a rocket ship. Now, I'm not going to restart, but I think I want to add some. I think I want to add some stuff back to the airplane. And we'll do it once we get up to altitude.
5 PMDG 738 Heavy. Goodbye. Los Angeles Center PMDG
That makes the
738
most sense.
Heavy is passing flight level 295, climbing flight level 320.
PMDG 738 Heavy, Los Angeles Center radar contact. Continue to AHOW. PMDG 738 Heavy, climb and maintain flight level 400.
400.
Climb and maintain flight level 400 PMDG 738 Heavy.
That. Okay.
JetBlue 287 descend and maintain flight level 320.
Sweet.
Los Angeles Center, Southwest 4306 flight level 360.
We're gonna fly over the Grand Canyon.
Southwest 4306 Los Angeles Center radar
Does this go away?
Continue to RUSM.
No. Okay, so Grand Canyon is up ahead in 30-ish miles. That would be the big hole in the ground right up there. So True Stories with Rob. I have flown single-engine aerobatic airplanes down. You can't see it from here. There's a path over here. Can't remember the name of it. Through here. Not down low. I had to be above, I think, 9,000 or 9,500. Whatever the CIFRA is, the special flight rules that are for there. And oh, look at that. Radar's working now. And then on the way home from Vegas, just was coming along this edge of the ridge and flying east to west through there. Super pretty area, and a very unique experience to be in a bubble canopy flying over the Grand Canyon. A lot of fun. Great visibility, great views. Doesn't do it justice. Hey, Medic J. What's up, dude? You're in an F-22. Don't intercept me, bro. Cool. How we doing? Okay, so we're burning 7.2 thousand pounds an hour. Route, legs, stage 2. Doesn't give me a time there. Would like it to give me a time. probably a page in here somewhere. Ooh, what'll that do? Hey, PDX. Didn't really do much. Hoping that would give me like a time. Oh, I don't need that. I have ForeFlight. Okay, estimated time of arrival is 8:36 Pacific Daylight. That doesn't make any sense. Well, 2 hours after departure, so we took off 13 minutes ago. So we've got an hour 45 left to go. Now, are we up to altitude yet? No, not yet. We're going to use another super fun feature of the PMDG down here. I think it's this one, Auto Cruise. Okay. We're gonna bring this up to 4 times speed. Now the aircraft is performing and doing things at 4 times speed. But the world around us is still kind of happening for everybody else at normal speed. There's our level off. I don't still have flaps down, do I? No. So the sim kind of had a hard time keeping up with the extra speed and level off there, but VNAV, LNAV, power is... Do I need to set that? No, I guess not. We are fast. And the power's way down. And those buttons aren't changing anything, so... I guess she's trying. 24.2. Oh, we're missing the Grand Canyon. Hello, Big Hole.
Goodbye. United 2679er climb and maintain flight level tree.
There is an airport. It's actually down there. That doesn't show. There is an airport inside the Grand Canyon that you can land at. There's no gas or anything like that, but it's down in the northeast ridge. And it's public use. You can go there. Could be fun. I do have a compressor on here. Limiter -6. That's right where you're supposed to be. We're going to bring you up. Done. All right. Now that we're up at altitude, so we're 23 minutes into our journey, let's call it. Half an hour, which means that we've currently burned about 4,000 pounds out of this 11.5, so we need 5,000 pounds, correction, 7,000 pounds to make it to our destination, and that gives us 4,000 as our reserve. So with the fuel that we have on board, we're good. Okay, so we're at 3.12, 3,100 pounds an hour fuel burn rate right now. And we're going to throw cargo back in her in a big chunk. Oh, just watch her freak out. Watch this. It's probably going to freak out. Here we go. Did it do it? Oh yeah, look at her. Falling out of the sky. Suddenly she's got 35,000 extra pounds on board. Dropped 1,000 feet right now. And now we're going to see what the power requirements go to in order to maintain our speed. For active econ cruise. And I'm going to go back to the initial. So the gross weight, it's wrong. Oh, I can't change it, can I? I could change it. Hold on. No, I guess it's not in here. Where?
Going to 125.575 PMDG 738 Heavy. Salt Lake Center PMDG 738 Heavy flight level 400.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so. Buffet alert. Yep. Oh, she's not happy. Oh, because we are way above what her max altitude is supposed to be.
738 Heavy. Goodbye. Salt Lake Center PMDG 738 Heavy flight level 400.
So we went from 3.1.
124.2 PMDG.
Yeah, we went from 3.1. Now we're at 5,000 pounds an hour. We went from 3,100 pounds an hour to 5,000 pounds an hour, adding 35,000 pounds of weight. So how much more thrust is necessary?
Goodbye.
And technically,
Salt Lake Center PMDG 738 Heavy flight level 400.
I don't think she should be able to get to 40,000 with the weight that she's got right now, and she's kind of struggling to do it. We do have some power in reserve, but not much. She is still accelerating, so you must be happy, but you can see how this is stall buffet, this is Mach buffet. I don't know if it's actually called Mach buffet, but you can see how there's no gap between, hey, when you're starting to get supersonic flow over the wing and stall indications. So it's flying at 0.80. See what our cruise numbers went to. Yeah, so max altitude, the system only wants 39.5. The computer thinks that the machine can only do 39.5, and we're 500 feet above that at 40,000. Yeah, by math, my head math was pretty darn good. Wouldn't 5,000 pounds when we get there. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We could come down, but she's doing okay so far. And yeah, we're doing 5,000 pounds an hour. So that puts us at 2 hours of fuel remaining. We've got an hour and 20 minutes left to our destination. So that gives us 40 minutes of reserve. We're in good shape there. But if you had, I don't think the 7.3 doesn't have a fuel percentage. But I could see somebody like freaking out coming into the cockpit and just barely knowing what they're looking at. If they saw like a fuel page open and that you had 22% of gas on board, that could be disconcerting. And I know when I was in flight training, learning how to fly, everywhere we went, cross country, landed, topped off with gas. And we flew for an hour, hour and a half. We put 12, 13 gallons in the thing. And you always had your needles up at the full side. And yep, buffet alert, so we're back down into that kind of stall region. Because she's not happy being up here at 40,000. Flight level 400. So we never really got used to, especially in the training environment, of having less than full tanks. And in the acro world, when we're in the box, we're generally right above the airport, so we even sign a waiver that waives the minimum fuel requirements because we want the aircraft as light as possible for aerobatics. So when you're flying acro, you got to get used to going up there with 12 gallons of gas, usually in an acro tank, and at wide open throttle and aerobatic performance power setting, you're burning like 24 an hour. So that, as an entire tank, you're going to have a half hour of fuel at that power setting. Well, we only fly a routine for like 4 minutes, maybe 6. So you got that half hour of gas at wide open throttle, but A, you aren't hanging out at wide open throttle, and B, you're not up there that long. So I'm not surprised if I land after an aerobatic routine and I've got 6 gallons of gas left on board. That doesn't really surprise me at all. But if you were only in the mindset of, hey, everywhere I go I'm full tanks, that's disconcerting. And seeing 22% gas, you take off and you're 50 minutes into your flight. Like, what do you mean I have 20% gas on board? Yep, that's where she's at. So you want to use that weight for passengers and cargo for revenue. You don't want to be paying burning gas to carry gas. What is it? The space shuttle or space vehicles, for every pound of payload you need a pound of fuel. Maybe it's 2 pounds of fuel or something like that. It's quite a ridiculous ratio. And so then you add a pound of fuel. Well, you added a pound of fuel, so you need to add a pound for that pound of fuel. So like the math gets crazy real quick. Beware blitz.
PMDG 738 Heavy. Goodbye. Salt Lake Center
Where are we
PMDG
at?
738 Heavy flight level 400.
I don't know why we can't hear center. Oh well. Okay, so big thing that we really want to be doing once we're up here is getting ready to come down. Winds at Portland are favoring the 2-8s. We want 2-8 left. We do have an arrival loaded, which is the hood. I think I have the hood 3, or maybe, no, I didn't do any of that. Okay, arrival. Let's get that in. Oh, they do have the hood 4. I'm just going to check other pages here. 28B. I don't know what the difference is. Let's look at the plate. Hood from Durfer. Soda. And then that goes to Boron. And that's up north of the airport. Okay, so I suppose we do want that. Landing 28 from Blern, track 259. Schaefer, expect RNAV or ILS visual approach as assigned. Make it the visual today. I know why I'm not used to this. I'm not used to reading a JEP chart. I'm used to looking at government stuff. Do you matter? Good for speed restriction. 280, maintain 280 until slowed by the star. Okay. Slowed you. Turn ILS, 28 left, unable 250 at hood. That's okay, because it should be 280. Learn or no, Schaefer. 250 at hood because hood's between 9,000 and 15,000. We should be fine to go faster there. That's okay. Oh no, it's not. It is speed restricted at 250 at hood. Why does it say we can't do 250? We can't do 250 right now. So that red line on the airspeed tape, as far as I understand it, is critical Mach. Critical Mach is the formation, is the first place where you're going to get formation of you're going to get supersonic flow on the wing. Generally forms a standing shock wave, and if you have the right lighting conditions and seating position, you can actually take a picture, actually see the standing shock wave on the wing distorting the light. But the speed of sound is a factor of temperature, and right now our outside air temperature is minus 32 C. But then once we're down at 15,000, should be right about freezing. But so the speed of sound should go significantly up from there, and that would raise that critical Mach, that VMMO. So I'm not 100% sure. Oh, see, now we're into the reserve fuel. Oh yeah, that fuel flow. Why are we slowing down? Well, it's all over the place on the power. All right. Yeah, we're just into it. Cruise. Long range cruise. Execute. Target speed 240. We can't even do it. Let's go. The max altitude is creeping up to 40,000. In the Buffett. Why is the power down? Auto throttle still on. FMC's commanding 240, but it's not giving it to us. And maybe it's not giving it to us because it's concerned about the reserve fuel. Let's cheat a little. I need to put a button on this. Well, I mean, we're just barely touching the reserve fuel. Is it pulling power because of that concern? Okay, let's shut off the auto throttles. We're just going to set the power just barely on the high side of what the FMC wants. Just top side of the green here. We're a hair fast. Pull it back. Kind of manual this for a minute. We're going to get into that overspeed. Okay, so we're out of that. Let's see if she slows down. Okay, so now we're at our, so optimal's 38.6, max is 40. That's what that's telling us.
128.05 PMDG 738
90.1 is the target.
Salt Lake Center
So yeah, that doesn't look like 90.1. Alright, okay, we're 2 hours 20 minutes into this flight, and time is just flying by. We do have that, and I'm going to arm approach mode, vertical path. We're waiting on. Now we're going to throw that back in LNAV. We'll wait on that. Okay, so yeah, 240 is the target speed. 240 is the target speed. She's not doing it. She's also not bringing the throttles up. Auto throttle is armed. She's just lagging behind. I don't quite know why. So she slows down into the buffet, and once you're that high AOA that you're getting buffet, your drag is going up a lot. Now, swept wing jets are designed. Come on, throttle. Swept wing jets are designed to work at high AOA. Plan form of that wing, you get span-wise flow, which delays the formation of shock waves. And then we also have these big old winglets here. And so when the wing is making lift, there's a low pressure on top and a high pressure on the bottom. That high pressure wants to get to that low pressure, and that's what pushes the wing up. Now at the wing tip, that barrier of the wing is not there, and so you get air that spills over the top and forms a wingtip vortice, and that vortice impacts the airflow on top of the wing, smashes it down and rearward, and deflects that lift vector rearward, and anything rearward acting on the airfoil, on the airplane, is drag. That is induced drag, the byproduct of lift. Some super smart engineer, some point in the future, or in the past, sorry, realized that, hey, there's this high energy air that's doing bad things to our wing happening right out here. So what if we just change the shape of that wingtip, and we've got this curling air that's coming off of here? And they said, what if we put another wing up here and angle it kind of forward? Can't really kind of see it, maybe a little. And we angle it so that that airflow comes across and generates lift here, but because of the angle of this, that lift vector that gets generated, oh, you can't even see, that gets generated, come on, that gets generated is actually slightly deflected forward. Well, anything forward on the aircraft, think four forces, is thrust. So the engineers took a high drag area at high lift environment on a wing that's designed to work in high lift, high AOA conditions, and turned it from a drag producer into a thrust producer, which increased efficiency. So that's why you see winglets on these airplanes that are operating way up high. And that's the deal with winglets. Pretty cool stuff. Now, I forgot about this, but PMDG aircraft equipment. These are just some of the options that are inside of the PMGG here. Carbon brakes or steel brakes. Oh, a flight test pack. Oh. Maximum fixed page. That's okay. All right. Reset MCP altitude. Why? Were we told to descend? No. Then I don't care. Did I flip it? No. Next page. Show water and sun. Okay, cool. All outs, approaching minimums.
132.6 PMDG 738 Heavy. Goodbye.
I'm looking for
Seattle Center PMDG 738 Heavy flight level 400.
It's one of these pages. No.
Descend and maintain flight level 300 PMDG 738 Heavy.
Go thrust lever position. Well, sure. Auto throttle manual override never. High idle and flare off. Went to call outs. I thought I could change, and it's probably in here somewhere. I swear I can change the aircraft winglets to sharklets. I don't think it has any kind of performance change on the aircraft, but I thought that was in here. Oh, wait. That's... No, no, no. Oh, look at that. Oh, whoa. What's the matter? She's not happy. Why is she not happy? Everything looks fine. Okay. Changing this stuff here. That's cool. I'll just keep it in analog. Okay, next. Performance improvement package is there. Yeah. Flight test package. I don't know what that is.
Goodbye. Seattle Center PMDG 738 Heavy is passing flight level 400, descending flight level 300.
Anyway. Oh, we have a RATS continuity. Why? What happened? Where am I? We are way off course. How did that happen? Fine. Go to hood. That's why it was mad. That's why. Are we turning yet? No. Approach. You're still not turning. Flight director, auto throttle, something bad. Okay. Did we give... Oh yeah, we got a new altitude and everything. 30,000. Oh, she's freaking out. She's not happy. She won't do that. She won't do that. Okay, we're gonna have to get her downhill on her own. We'll maintain. Yep. Man, these auto throttles are slow. Of course, I also asked it for stupid rate down. That wasn't smart. 2,000 down. Let's grab the... we weren't paying attention. We were talking. Approach mode, LNAV. Can you give me that? Okay. Throttles surprisingly are not idle yet. I do want VNAV on. Coming down to 30,000. Alright, we're behind the 8-ball here. Wow, nope, we are hosed. Oh, I know. Yeah. I know why. 'Cause I'm dumb. Auto cruise reset. Yep. Okay, how do we want to fix this? Because they're not going to give us a vector. Let's do headings, and let's just kind of create our own little hold here. And we're going to shut off the auto throttle. Pull her to idle, bring the speed brake
Keep
out.
Speed not above 250 knots PMDG 738 Heavy.
Okay. We should be able to make that work. I might go with the click of flaps. All right, descent checklist. Now, of course, checks speeds and limit, speed brake, arm approach mode, arm if required. Let's see if it'll let us. Nope. We go back to heading select because it's trying to capture. So we're going to ignore that. We're going to keep coming down. What altitude do we need here? 15. Come down to 12. Okay. Well, by being slow, we're just not making big changes. Yeah, it didn't. I guess I didn't check the route to see if the arrival was going to be active in there. That's got a 9,000 to 15,000 window, so it knows that much. And below.
Descend and maintain flight level 240 PMDG 7.
That's fine. They're going to keep giving us altitudes as we come down. Be all right there. That's a tall mountain I just turned towards. That probably wasn't the best turn. Okay, I'm going to hit approach mode, which didn't do what I wanted it to do. Take her back away here. How tall is that mountain? 11,000. Okay, Rabbi's 13. So let's do. What is after? Flash. Oh. Let's reactivate you. Execute, LNAV, approach, nope, didn't like it, LNAV. One more notch flaps. We'll even put the gear down, help us come downhill. This is not how you should do this. This is not stable, this is not good. But we put ourselves behind with the acceleration. We're 4,000 pounds, fuel on board using 2,000 pounds an hour right now. How can we plan this so that we don't use more gas? We could shut one down. No. Bring that gear back up. Keep those flaps there, that'll be fine.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet
10
PMDG
miles to
738
hood.
heavy.
We have 9,000, we need 18. We need 18 miles, so we do need to come down quicker. What? 12,000? Can do. But we'll keep it slow so we're not rushing at the waypoint. We've got a ground speed of 4 miles a minute. We'll be there in 2 minutes. We're coming down at 2,200 feet per minute, which is just only 8,000 feet that we're going to change in that time. 8,000 from 22 puts us at 14, which meets the crossing restriction requirement for a hood. We should be okay there as long as we don't accelerate or slow our descent rate. We've already got our speed brakes out, which are destroying lift on the wing. Can I arm approach mode yet? No. Can, but I don't like it. Not doing what I want. We'll stay slow here. Yeah, we'll go gear down. Pick up our descent rate just a bit. Yeah, because we're not going to get there. We're not going to get down to 15 in time. Without it. We could probably do a little less, but passenger comfort and all. Oh wait, we're full of boxes. That don't matter. 2 miles to hood, 4,000 feet to lose. Yeah, we're not going to make that crossing restriction. That's okay. It's a sim. Should make the rest just fine. We get our approach. That's the wrong Portland. There we go. Approach, ILS 28 left. Send it to the map. Plates. Yay. Alright, Portland International ILS 28 left, ATIS 2835. Approach course 283. 284. Adam 2000, looks good there. DA's 306. And 3 minutes on the approach. Missed approach. Climb to 2100, then climbing left, turn to 4000, inbound on UBGVOR radial 360 to UBGVOR and hold. That hold is left turns on the 003. Or the 183 radial. Okay. Oh, that's another issue. Okay, came through the transition altitude.
118.1 PMDG 738 Heavy. Goodbye. Portland approach PMDG 738 Heavy is passing 13,500 feet, descending 12,000 feet.
Okay, 13 for 12. Deep descent after bull run. Thanks. Reserve fuel. 1,000 to go. Go away. Okay, we're ready for a steep descent. We're okay. We're in good shape. Bull run Schaefer 6,700 on the nose.
Descend and
67.
maintain 6,700 feet PMDG 738 Heavy.
Oh, because she's leveling.
Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect
Vertical
ILS
speed
runway
down.
28 left approach via shaft transition cleared to shaft for
It
PMDG
won't give it to me.
738 Heavy.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're back doing it. We're in good shape. Can I drop that speed? No. 210 at shade. I mean, we're all right. We're all right. No, we're not. How are we supposed to cross? They just gave me the crossing. I'm supposed to get to 67 now? Let's see if flaps up increases the rate of descent. Yeah, it did.
Descend and maintain 5,700 feet PMDG 738 Heavy.
Approach veer if not selected. Okay. Boy, she really ran away from the speed, sir. It's just so important to keep the jet under control. Okay, so we're 500 to go. All in the mail. Let's get her draggy. 130, 144 with 30 flaps. .176 is max speed for 30. I'm just dragging her up. Okay. Yeah, this has run away from us a little bit. If anything, we're learning what not to do. Alright, so on this approach here, 37 at Hipster. Oh.
Descend and maintain 3,700 feet PMDG 738 Heavy.
Yes, it is. We do not have the fuel for this. We'll find out what happens. See, that's too fast of a speed. Yeah, look how she's gonna run away here, though. Bring the gear up, get rid of the drag. See, this 3,700. Oh, they gave it to us. No, she should be coming down. Below 250, gears coming down. Hey, we're on a vertical path. That's tricky getting into there. It helps if you set yourself up for success, be actually on the approach or on the arrival. Okay.
Descend and maintain 2,900 feet PMDG 738 Heavy.
Okay, approach is armed. Gonna get our missed altitude in here. Single channel, we're on the VOR. Get our auto brake set. Airport's in sight. Boy. Overspeeding the flaps. Why does she want 210 on the approach?
Tower on 123.775 PMDG 738 Heavy. Portland Tower PMDG 738 Heavy 12 miles southeast inbound ILS runway 28 left approach. Portland Tower PMDG 738 Heavy inbound ILS runway 28 left approach. Cleared ILS runway 28 left approach PMDG 738 Heavy.
Okay. Okay, we've got glide slope intercepts. And stable continuing. Okay, flaps. Speed brake, we could use a little.
Cleared to land runway 28 left PMDG 738 Heavy.
My goodness. Okay. $500 to go. On speed. Stable. Continuing. Slow, a little fast.
200.
Autopilot's off. We're flying at manual. A little low. We'll drift. Winds out of the left.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20, 10.
Okay. Whoop. Bigfoot inputs there. And the auto brakes are working this time. It's amazing. That's fine. Taxi clear here.
One two one decimal niner PMDG 738 heavy.
Definitely
Goodbye.
flaps up. V-brake retracted. Transponder. Transponder mode. Lights. Okay, we'll turn to ground on 0.9 to gates.
Portland ground PMDG 738 heavy taxi to the gate.
I don't know what gate we're going to. No clue.
Taxiing to gate Charlie Niner via taxiway PMDG 738 heavy.
Lights off, APU on. We've got C9 using taxiway. Thanks. Okay. Do we have an insert? No, we don't. We don't know where C9 is. Anti-ice probe heat auto brake. Probe heat is... How come every time I look back at this thing, it's like it's the first time I'm seeing it? Alright, there we go. Probe heats are off. Kill that. Auto brake off. Alright, where's C9? I believe there's something here. That's not camera, it's under assist. Landing ribbon? Taxi ribbon. Okay, it's that way. Oh, there's our parking spot. Boy, we're going fast. I feel like we need to pull up more. And be on the center line. There we go. Okay, let's shut this thing down. It's checklist time. Don't you know it's time for checklist? It's checklist time. Fuel control levers off. Okay. And collision lights off. Ground equipment in position. Fuel pumps as required. Isolation valves open. I just killed the APU. Yeah, it's fine. How's that running if I don't have fuel? Oh. Whatever. Ground fuel pumps, isolation valve open, flight director's off. Flight director, isolation valve is over. Wait a minute. Isolation valve. Is that not the isolation valve? It is the isolation valve. It's an auto. Do I go to close? Okay. Turn off FPU. Kill all that. Okay, so we originally planned on being here with 5,000 pounds of gas, and we had a big old deviation away from our plan, which caused us to allegedly burn another 2,000 pounds. But we made it here, and we definitely used up our reserve. What were we burning? Yeah, I mean, we're just into our reserve. So when we were up at altitude, we were burning 5,000 pounds an hour. Parking brake set? Yeah. We were burning 5,000 pounds an hour. Half hour would be 2,500 pounds. So technically, no. We're 400 pounds to the good. That worked out pretty well. And horribly. All at the same time. All right, I'm Rob with Spread Aviation. If you enjoyed the show, tell your friends. If you didn't, tell your enemies. And make sure to like, follow, subscribe, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Check out the link in the description of this video for information on the Pilot Proficiency Center and the course I'm teaching in Oshkosh 2024 on Wednesday and Friday morning, 8 a.m. Sign up for those. Limited slots are available. We're doing a ground session and a flight simulator session all about energy management. Looking forward to doing that and to having some folks out there. And always, as always, actually, no, this is the first time I'm saying this. Fly awesome.